We have perfect timing today. Came on to YouTube and Instagram simultaneously. How about that? Um, and sent out my little message. There we go. Welcome everybody. Coming into being. Here we are. This is your space and a place to take some time to just connect in with yourself and just take that chill time to just come into that stillness. Hey, Sandra, welcome. Um, just to come into that stillness and take time to just connect in. It's often we want to take that time where we get busy. It gets all over the place, and so here we are, and Carolina and Wisdom Happy. So welcome everybody. If you're on YouTube, feel free to say hello in the chat. If you wish, you don't have to, but it's always nice to have a little hello and see who's there. Um, so let's start by just taking a deep breath in and then just letting it out with a big sigh. And just kind of really pushing it out. Nice to get all of that out. Sometimes we just get running around and we get busy, and then it's like there's just this buildup, and we get up here on the computer and whatever's going on, and just taking that deep breath in and just letting it all out, and letting ourselves come down into ourselves, into our bodies. And then just take a minute to just feel where you are. Just notice your environment, look around, take a time to just kind of relax into your environment, look around, allow your breathing to slow down, and notice whatever's going on. It could just the light that's coming in through the windows or from the lamps. Any sounds that are coming in from, hey, Glenna, good to see you. And Lydia, yay. Um, Noticing the sounds, any sounds that are going on. There's church bells ringing over here. Maybe people in the street, people outside, neighbors, lawnmowers, depending on where you are. Maybe it's quiet. Should be nice also, isn't it? Yeah. And then coming into your breath, keep your eyes open for a little bit here and just being aware of your environment, looking in your environment, kind of coming into that focus of your breathing. And so it's like you're looking around you, but you're pulling your awareness back to yourself and into your breathing. And notice if there's notice how the breathing's going. Is it shallow? Is it deep? And then bring your awareness to your lower ribs. So what's always nice to do is to put your hands on the lower ribs, just so it kind of helps to pull you down to that area with a little bit more tactile information. And you can do in through your mouth. I'm sorry, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And with each out breath, just kind of letting more out, just and kind of feeling like with the in breath, you're kind of building up and kind of collecting all that dust from the day, from wherever, from before the day, if it's been hanging around you longer. And then on the exhale, just kind of going, letting it all out. Yeah. And try to come down into your lower out of your head. Some of you feel like you're in your head a little bit more. Asta, hello, yes, hello to you. Like Sandra, I feel like you're a little bit more up here. And with in our computer age, that's so easy to do. So easy to get carried away in our devices, right? It's these little handy tools we have for connecting with everybody, and then not so much for connecting with our bodies. Mm, yeah, there we go. Because sometimes it's we'd like to come down here, but then what happens is when we kind of bring our attention down to our chest space, our heart space, whatever area here you want to connect into, both are fine. Kind of overlap with each other. Kind of hit on here, the throat, any stuff that we've got going on in the throat. And then there's below and hard stuff. Now it's interesting with the chest. Well, with the throat too, with the head, with our whole bodies. There's the front side and there's the back side. So oftentimes we have a tendency to connect more in the front. Like if you say, okay, come down into your chest space, and part of that is because we're looking out with our eyes in that direction. So we're going to be more aware of what's on this side. So that's okay. Just be aware of that. We're gonna work on this a little bit more deeply. So coming into that chest, and just notice where you feel yourself more present. It could be in the front, could be in the center, it could be in the back. So whatever you notice, just notice. Uh, just kind of scanning people here. People are a little bit more towards the front overall. It's kind of interesting. I see, what is that? Somebody's showing up with more in the front, but then down the spine. So you're used to connecting with your spine, maybe, but then there's the rest of the back. So we'll work on that. We'll work on that today. So coming again, just kind of bringing into your awareness, so you can even put your hand up on your chest and just kind of bring that attention more forward. So we'll start there because more everybody's more up forward here. And maybe feel the heat of your hand as you're breathing. And just with each breath and just regular breath, just allow yourself to relax a little bit more towards the back, towards the center of that space. Yeah. Slide that up for everybody. Hmm. Yeah, nice. So just notice that stillness that we have just shifted into, like the whole group, because everybody just kind of locked into that center, more centrally placed awareness. Let yourself relax into this. This is very nice. Very good job, everybody here. If you feel yourself struggling a little bit about doing that, that's okay. Just notice that and just be present with yourself in that. You're held by the group here. There's all of us. There's me and everybody else on the call. Especially if you're new to me, then you're kind of adjusting, kind of getting used to track. Most everybody here has been here, so we're kind of used to you know kind of how I work and the drill. But if you're new, then there's a little bit kind of reorientation, and that's fine. So just know you're being held by the group. Um, so the group is in that nice connection, the center. So if you feel like you're not quite there, just breathe into wherever you're at and just kind of say it's okay. We're here, we'll get there. No need to rush. No need to push yourself into doing it now because else is doing it now. You'll do it in your own time. That's the most important thing about this kind of work. You don't need to you push yourself to get anywhere. Your spirit will take you. You're in the space. Your spirit is right here with us. It'll guide you. It'll guide you forward. Oh, Lydia, I've been preparing for an important exam tomorrow, and I have a lot of tension in my body. Good. This will be good for you. Yeah. So, oh, so just the exam is not today. Yes, you're preparing, but this is kind of the time, and this is good to take that time to take a break. This is a great break. So put yourself all in here to really just clear out that tension. There's a lot of fear for you coming up around that, and just yeah, that's okay. This is okay. And anything. So for everybody, but Lydia, if anything coming up, it's like the exam starts coming up in your head. It's like, okay, just literally tell yourself, it's like, okay, yeah, we've got the exam coming up, but we're taking a little break right now, so let's just put that over here. Put it on the shelf or on the clipboard or however you want to picture it for yourself, and we'll come back to that. And it doesn't matter if you have to tell yourself that 50 times. That's okay. You just it's like working with a kid, you just kind of tell it's like, okay, yeah, I see you. And I promise we will get to that. We will get to that. So don't worry. Right now we got to focus over here. So just being gentle with your body. Yeah. Allowing ourselves to sink a little bit more deeply into that alignment. So breathing from there, I want to hold everybody here for a little bit before we move any further. Just allowing yourself to be in that center of your heart as best as you can. And again, if your mind keeps pulling up away from that and thinking about something or some emotions coming up or even some physical sensations coming up to like that are like, itch or mosquito or the mind will create a lot of things to try to divert you. Just coming right back. Yeah. Letting everything just melt away. Just melting. Yeah, everything's just melting away from people. So keep breathing into wherever you're at. And just feeling like everything's just kind of melting down. Like molasses is just pouring off of you, just sliding off. Take my sweater off here. Yeah. And if you have your eyes closed, that's fine. If you have your eyes open, that's fine. Just kind of feel like you're looking up, like shifting your eyes up. Keeping your awareness on your breathing and your heart space. Oh, there we go. Just to help you slide up with a little bit more ease there. Yeah. So, so very, very nice. Yeah, we're just going to keep in the spot because it's actually moving to the energy is just within your bodies. It's just expanding to where we wanted to where I was intending to moving to, and that's good. And it's actually better for us to just kind of grow that from here. It's cute. Wisdom happy. I have my sister's barn who is at the 8-8 portal. She came out of hiding when she heard you, and now you have her complete engaged. And she wants to be here with me. So good. So we'll let her be here too with us. And this nice, comforting energy for her. Feels like a little kitten. Yeah, a little kitty. Carolina's got a few on her side. Of all sizes. Okay, we've got a horse showing up too. I don't know, Glenn, if you got horses over on your side or around. I don't know of anybody else, or it could be Sandra because I don't know you. But I have a friend who I've done sessions for who has a horse, and her horse has always shown up for her session very clearly. It's kind of cool. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, the 8-8 portal, that the whale is right here with us too. It started coming in before the 8-8 portal for those who don't know the story, and very strongly prominent in the 8-8 portal, the main central beings of the 8-8 portal. So they show up now regularly, just taking us into a deeper space. So we're just really heading into this very lovely, kind of nurturing, relaxing space. So we're just going to allow ourselves to just be in this space and allow yourself to just relax more and more as best as you can. So wisdom happy. All she does is hide and and is paralyzed. Uh, trees, paralyzed trees all day. You had her walking around the porch and then crawling up the couch to the back near the phone. She's done that before. So she's feeling the frequencies. Yeah. So I'm paralyzed. Yeah. So yeah, you can really feel that. I mean, it just felt like a little kid. He was just kind of lost. So, if you have a little extra money, I know money's really tight for you, but if you get rescue remedy and you can put it in the water, and if she's coming up to you like that, you can even just put it on her fur, and she'll lick herself off. But if you don't feed her, you can put it right on her. That'll help her to release that trauma for her. Yeah. So maybe the whale's talking to her too. So yeah, very nice, deep, nurturing space. Soak it in. So with every in breath, just feel like you're just soaking in that nurturance, that softness, that gentleness, and then exhale whatever isn't that. Any tension, any stress. I'm just gonna anchor the whole group. So just stay right where you're at. I'm just gonna do the whole group here, just anchoring everybody, connecting everybody into the new earth grid. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, very nice energy here tonight. Whoops, for everyone. Yeah, putting the flower essences on her is sufficient. I mean, I'm just saying water because you can just put in the water and then they drink the water. But with cats, it's easy because you just put it on their fur and then they lick themselves. So, but even if it's just on them, it'll be fine. That'll help. Or cheese, if that's what she eats, you can put a little drop on the cheese and then she'll take it. But that'll help to just. There's a lot of stress that cat, so that'll help her shift as well. Oh, Sydney, hi, just popped in. So just in some deep, just nurturing space here. Find all that stress, whatever it is. It could be emotional stress, it could be mental stress, it could be just physical stress, all of the above. It could be stress from much deeper. I've been doing some really interesting releasing last couple days that just went into such a deep space and from another lifetime kind of thing, not this life, from before. Sometimes you get into those deep states that there's no storyline, there's no words. It's just this sense of what it was about. Huh, yeah, that brought up some release for people. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that brought up a big chunk here. So keep focusing on your heart, breathing, focus on and kind of just like slightly looking up. Wisdom happy. I have no idea what you mean by what you just wrote. Huh. All right. Staying focused on your breath, on being in that center of your chest and your heart space, whichever makes more sense for you. There's some really interesting deep stuff clearing. And just relaxing into the space. So it's as I shift this. Mm, yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Just kind of moving on out of this layer here. Yep. Good. Real good. Huh. Yeah. Just just shifting completely out of that space. There's kind of an interdimensional space there that came up. Um, huh, but we're not there in this nice, just that nurturing space. Just really held. This is like so cool looking. It's like there's this little, almost iridescent structure, and then everybody's in this space. So we're just floating up. Look at that, all of that, all behind. Yeah, very nice. And letting yourself feel that serenity and breathing it in and just feel that just like you're just inhaling this frequency, this beautiful fragrance and this frequency as you take it in and take it into yourself and feel it go, excuse me, going into your lungs and expanding that, from the lungs it goes into your blood, through the blood it goes through your whole body, it feels all this, the cells in the oxygen goes up, all throughout your through your blood, through your whole body, going into all your cells. Ha, down to the nervous system. Yeah, yeah, very nice. Letting yourself just be present, continuing to be present. Let's see, there's Anything else that comes up for us here in this space? Yeah, very, very nice. There's a nice group space where the people who are familiar with me are really helping the ones who need a little bit more help, kind of like Lydia. So, Lydia, you can feel that or not, but it's people just kind of supporting you because they feel your stress. And Sandra, too, just because you're not as familiar with the space. So, everybody's just making sure you're taken care of. So, really nice group space, group feel there. Yeah. So, all of our spirits working together. Um, I say this a lot because I'm very aware of it. And I've been aware for um, this isn't recent. I've been aware for a good part of my life. It's just everybody knows everything all the time because at spirit level, there's always this connection and interactions going on. Sometimes we can have a sense of that physical level, like right now in the space. What I'm seeing is like at spirit level, everybody's just making sure everybody is taken care of, everybody's, in the right place, got the good, feels relaxed, welcoming the new, taking care of the those who are a little bit more stressed. And it's a very it's a joyous feeling to it, very light. So see if you can feel that for yourself right now, just this connection and ease, and know that you can take this wherever you go after you leave this space. Just kind of remember back to here, to now, to feeling that. So taking this moment now to really feel that sense of being held, of comfort, of ease, relaxation, of support. All you need to do after you step out of the space, is just kind of take a deep breath, release it out. You don't have to do that, but that can be helpful just to kind of let go of that any little phrase stuff going hanging around us, and then just close your eyes and just kind of remember, imagine yourself back here. Remember to being here at this time, and look at just reactivate it. I'm sure you have all heard this before, but it's like the brain does not make the difference between if it's actually happening or if you're just imagining it. So letting yourself feel that, closing your eyes, it's like, okay, here I am in that space again. Might take a little bit of practice, but technically you can do that wherever you are, no matter how busy. It could be in a really busy stadium, really tight metro, whatever, right? And just in the middle of a busy city street, and just you close your eyes and really kind of focus in and remember being here and allowing your body to just feel that. Come back to that memory for yourself. There's also this is actually a really old study because I remember hearing about this. God, I want to say I was in college, but don't quote me on that. um, Maybe it wasn't that long. Well, it's at least 20 years, 20 to 40 years ago that I heard this. Can't place it. They did a study where they took three different groups of people for basketball. One group played basketball, just practice for the game. One group practiced and visualized playing the game. And the third group did not practice at all, All they did was visualize, see themselves imagining themselves practicing. So, of group one, two, or three, which one do you think did the best when they got to the game? If you want to post that, I'll wait a couple seconds to see what you feel like. Anybody feels like taking a guess at that? First group just practiced, physically practiced playing, for the game. The second group, group number two, practiced and visualized at the same time. So visualize meaning that they're imagining themselves playing the game. And the third group, all they did was visualize that. Yeah, Caroline, I've heard this before. Yes. So, um, Sylvia, hello. Didn't know you were there. Yeah, so it was group three. And we might think it's like, well, okay, group two. And I actually had that experience playing ping pong. I had a party with some friends. This was like when I was in 8th grade. We were in the basement. We had a ping pong table. I was playing with a friend, and we had a ball. So we'd playing with the ball, and then the ball kept going into the couch, and then we'd retrieve it. And then one time it went into the couch, and we couldn't find it, so we just pretended to play. It was hysterical because it was like we were tuned into each other. It's like, "Oh, got the ball," she would hit it, then I would hit it, she would hit, and then as we were playing, it's like, "Oops, it goes into the couch." And then we pretend to go look for the ball, and we find the real ball. So we went back to playing and actually played better than when we had played before. So, little hit there, Lydia, um, to help you. But so very good. Yeah. So let's take a nice deep breath into this back again, this wonderful space that is, there's a lot of, and the way I'm seeing it, it's just, there's a lot of brightness. There's just this warmth, friendly feeling. Everybody just here supporting each other. So I guess by now the whole world knows that it's number three. Back when I first heard it, people had a hard time believing it was just from visualization, but I guess that's been around so much that people really are getting that. Yeah, and you could do it with anything, whether it's lifting weights or basketball or whatever. So very nice. So good space. Yeah, there's a lightness to it. So it doesn't feel, it's like sometimes we've been in this space and it kind of is more, it's deeper. So everybody's kind of more kind of inward, but this is kind of lightness. There's a lightness there. Yeah, very good. Yeah, very nice. And just, you know, just hanging out. I just realized that my headset wasn't plugged in all the way. I guess everybody's hearing pretty well though on YouTube. Yeah. And doesn't this feel nice? It's just being in that place where you could just hang out and just be in a nice space without anything else. Being in this state of just being, and here you are with others because we're in a group space. I'm talking, but even just being in that silence with everybody else who's in this space. And even if you aren't aware from that spirit space, I've seen everybody just interacting in that brightness and not needing to be anything in particular, not needing to say anything in particular, not needing to have a particular identity of who you are, just yourself. That's what it comes down to. This is where we've been, or at least 20 minutes or so. We're kind of building up to that, but then we really shifted into this space. So very nice. Okay, while you sit and enjoy this, I'm going to just flash up my little QR code like I always do at the end. But if you're inclined to do a donation, there's the QR code for YouTube. And on Instagram, you can go to the link in the bio and follow that link tree thing. It'll take you to the right page. Yeah, really nice to have everybody here and just take this time to connect and just hang out together. You know, we did a little clearing here. We got some good stuff cleared out. Holding that space, just being in that just nice place of connecting. Because this is, I want to say this is how it's supposed to be, right? And it's so easy to get caught up in these identities of, you know, I'm this, I'm that, this is my job, I'm gotta act this way, or whatever. But this is kind of the normal, the natural state of being, and coming from this space as much as we can, as best as we can in everything that we do. Sometimes we get caught up in these identities, these patterns that we have. Something triggers us. That's okay. Just give yourself credit for just coming back to that place. When you notice that for yourself, it's like, oh, I'm kind of heading down in that direction. It's like, yeah, let's pull back in here. So, and slowly learning to ease into that for yourself more and more, because it's a new habit to learn. Let go of all these, you know, kind of protections that we've put up for ourselves. It's like, okay, let me just ease into that. And it can be scary. Well, that's okay. Just be okay with that. Be okay with wherever you're at and whatever you're going through. Take time to yourself to just hold yourself. And by yourself can be, you know, is probably the best time. You could do it with like a best friend or a really good friend, but I really also highly recommend just doing it for yourself, supporting yourself, because this is about learning to support yourself and coming into owning yourself and being able to hold yourself. Sometimes we need a little extra help from somebody, and that's fine. But we need to be able to hold it for ourselves. That way, when we go and need that extra help, we will have that core of being able to hold ourselves. And so we won't need to like put our full weight on the other person. It's like, I can't handle this. Boom. Because that's not going to help you. That's not going to help them. And if they're a really good friend, they're going to just like, okay, take a deep breath in. They will guide you back to yourself and not take it on. So good job, everybody. Nice to see you all here. It's always fun to have people show up, people on an ongoing basis. Sylvia, I haven't seen you before, but you know, sometimes people just kind of like hang out back. So welcome, nice to see you here, and also Sandra first time I notice you here too. So everybody else, yeah, kind of know each other. So good to see new and old alike. So every Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Mountain, what am I saying? Eastern Standard Time, European time, Paris time. And that's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What did I, Eastern European time. 7 p.m. Paris time. I'm not saying it right. Central European time. And 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for East Coast United States. And then figure it out for yourselves everywhere, anywhere else, because I don't know the rest. So good to see everybody. And you can come back to this recording. If you need a little extra help, get back on YouTube, pull this one up on the YouTube channel, or on Instagram, go to the feed. It'll be posted in a few moments after we get off. Thanks lots for the support. Yes, that's from Lydia. So you've got the whole group here. There's me. Thank you for that. And then from the whole group. So sending her hugs to everybody present here. So we'll send her lots of good vibes, good juju for Lydia for that really big, important exam for her tomorrow. So take care, Lydia, with that. Yeah, come back to the recording either here on Instagram or YouTube. You'll find it. If you need to, just come back and get yourself like, okay, yeah, let's go back into that space and anchor that in more for yourself. So real good. All right, we'll call it a day. Thanks again, everybody, for showing up, and see you next time or wherever else we connect. And definitely in the ethers, we're all there. So see you there. Take care, everybody. Glenna, this was wonderful meditation. Thank you, Marianne. Yeah, thanks for showing up, Glenna. Always good to have you. Hit the like button. Oh, thank you. I never think of saying that, but yes, go ahead and hit the like button. And send that up for other people. Thanks for that, Glenna. I'm so bad at the PR. I'm from the old school where you just met everybody in person. You don't have to hit the like. You didn't have to tell people to like turn your cell phones off, and nobody was there. So, anyways, thanks a lot, you guys, and take care. See